gonna step left.
I can do that.
Super easy. Here we go.
Step right, step left. Step right, step left. Go, girl, step left.
Clearly, Whitney has the moves, and I do not. But it was certainly a memorable moment from last spring on Weekend Express when Whitney Thor taught me some moves. It was all because of her viral YouTube video called A Fat Girl Dancing. Well, she's back with us today because that sort of spiraled into something much greater for you. It was a reality show called My Big Fat Fabulous Life that premiered on TLC to huge numbers, but also propelling her No Body Shame campaign. So, Whitney, first of all, welcome back. Good to have you.
Thanks. It's great to be back.
You know, I loved hearing that your Big Fat Fabulous Life that premiered on TLC was over 1 million viewers.
Yeah, it was.
Clearly, there was interest in this. So how did you take a campaign that was about having no body shame, being proud of what you are no matter what size, into this?
Well, you know, it was a really big accident. All of this has been an accident, but it's so cool. TLC approached me to do a reality show, and they said that they just wanted to follow me and my journey, you know, my everyday life. I live with my parents. I'm 30 years old, so I think there's a lot of relatable material here as I find self-love and acceptance, explore my future, and try to get out of my parents' house.
And maybe some people wondering how you find that self-assurance and that no body shame, and that's what people have really connected to. I want to play a clip from My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Tuesday nights on TLC. Take a look.
There's PC terms for everything these days, but fat people are fair game. Someone has to fight for us.
Push K! Push it! One more time.
I'm Whitney Thor. I'm 30 years old. I live at home with my parents, and I'm a fat dancer. It's about a passion. And if you feel it, you gotta bring it. Yeah? Yeah! All right, let's work! I hate people thinking that I'm lazy. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. That's PCOS for short. It's an endocrine disorder that does a lot to your body. 2/3 of women with PCOS are overweight or obese.
So that was something that was really a point of contention when we had our interview. People responded on my Twitter account, yours as well, saying there's no way this can be a medical situation. So tell us sort of a little bit about how you explained that.
Right. Well, polycystic ovarian syndrome is a grouping of symptoms, so it's really varied from one person to another. And I never want to give the impression that I blame all of my weight gain on PCOS, but it's certainly a huge factor in why I initially gained 100 pounds. And the interesting thing is that being fat is surrounded with such a stigma, and it's such a shameful thing that when I started to gain weight, I didn't talk about it, my parents didn't talk about it, friends didn't talk about it. No one wanted to confront it. So that just compounded and exacerbated the whole issue, and that's something that I hope My Big Fat Fabulous Life can accomplish, is open up a conversation about obesity, a more candid dialogue about what it's like to be fat and what we can do about it.
And let's talk about the criticism, because obviously, and I love to hear, I was asking you about whether or not on your accounts you've been seeing a lot of negative, and you're like, I have to search for the negative comments. But some of them are out there, and they're really upsetting. You know, one Facebook post about your first show, it had over 300 comments, and yeah, most of them are positive. But Brandy said she was preaching how hard it was to lose weight, and then the next scene she was eating pizza. If she really cared about her weight, she would have eaten a yogurt. And it's sort of like people feel like they can say anything. I want to just give you the opportunity to sort of look in the camera and talk to Brandy, talk to anybody else that may have an opinion out there.
Right. That's funny. I knew people would say that. Every time we were filming, while we were shooting, I was aware every time I put a piece of food in my mouth. But you know what? Fat people are allowed to eat too. People who make those kinds of comments, I'm not going to change their mind. If you really watch even the first episode and you really have an open mind and you hear me within 5 minutes say I want to lose weight, then it doesn't make sense to see all the comments like she's promoting obesity or she just wants to stay fat forever or whatever. So it's just, for me, I remember that those people are unimportant, and on the internet, everyone is insane.
And hey, I can support you on that one too. You know, most importantly, your No Shame campaign has started that conversation and has been supportive to so many women. So we appreciate you coming back on the show.
Well, thank you.
And we love your show. It's Big Fat Fabulous Life. It's on Tuesdays at 10. Thanks, Whitney.
Thank you.